Hey y'all, this is Annie. I decided to break these into two parts because it's just so long otherwise. So this is the part 2 with all the new scents and the OG scents. I'm going to try to move quickly because obviously I've never had any of these new scents and I've never had any of the OG scents as well. These are just kind of my general guesses on how these scents might be and the ones that jump out to me that I definitely know I want to pick up. I'm not sure what sizes yet, but we'll see. All right, first up, anything but basic. This is a luxury blend. You see the asterisks, and this is vanilla cotton candy, lychee, sparkling champagne, orange blossoms, neroli, sandalwood, and amber. I think this is going to be very floral, perfumey. Lychee is a very floral leaning scent, even though it's a fruit. And with the orange blossoms and neroli, that sounds kind of like a white floral. There's probably some fruity notes in there, but I really think this is going to be a sweet, slightly fruity, floral, perfumey scent. I think it sounds really good. I love lychee, and I'm hoping this will be a good lychee scent and not too heavy on that floral side. But yeah, I'm between getting a souffle or a tub on this one. All right, next up is Asgard. This is soft cotton, cashmere cedar, white woods, and luxurious vanilla orchid. She has a beautiful orchid fragrance oil, but I don't know if that's the specific one in this blend. The cotton and the cashmere cedar are kind of what's scaring me away from this scent. I get headaches with cotton most of the time, even though I was surprised by the beach blanket. The cotton is not the cotton that I was expecting, and it's excellent. So maybe I should give it a try, but for now, I think this is one I'm going to skip. It just sounds maybe too perfumey and laundry for me. Next up is Cashmere Bubble Bath. This is a sensual blend of vanilla rose, cashmere cream, comfort type, and bubbly milk bath. So vanilla rose and comfort are both aromatherapy scents from Bath & Body Works. Comfort is vanilla and patchouli. I'm on the fence on this one because I really like rose. I've burned myself out the last few years on it, but I used to love rose a lot more. And I do really like the vanilla rose scent, and I love Tiffany's cashmere cream. I used to hate cashmere, and last year between her and Amanda at Salt Mountain Melts, I've fallen in love with cashmere cream. It's so beautiful. It is a heavier, muskier, sweet perfume than, for example, Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds, but I just love the sweetness and beauty it adds to blends, and I think this is probably really, really pretty. That milk bubble bath might be creamy and slightly soapy. I don't know, I think I'm talking myself into getting a souffle. Okay, moving on. Dapper Dawn. I can't talk. Dapper Dawn. This is Palo Santo, creamy cocoa, and sensual vanilla. I don't mind chocolate in wax. It's not something I like to melt a lot, but periodically it's kind of nice. And this sounds like such a interesting combination with the Palo Santo. I'm very, very intrigued. So yeah, it's definitely going down for a souffle just to see how it is. Her Palo Santo is top notch, and I don't think I've ever seen a Palo and chocolate scent offered anywhere. So yeah, moving on. Earl Ingstad. Now, some of these new scents are characters from a show called Vikings. I've never seen the show, but seeing all these different names makes me kind of interested in watching the show. If you've watched the show, let me know. Is it good? Are these characters like some of the big characters from the show? And do they seem to fit the idea of the scent that they're kind of connected to? I'm kind of curious. All right. So Earl Ingstad, this is cardamom cream, Palo Santo, Earl Grey tea, sweet pastries, and sugar crystals. I love tea scents. I'm not the biggest fan of her Earl Grey tea oil, but it's mixed with so much else, and it's what's really getting me on this blend is the cardamom cream. Last year, I really fell in love with cardamom in wax. It is so good when it's used right, and I love the pepperiness that it brings. So I think I'm going to get a tub in this. This is reminding me of maybe a bit of a masculine, spicy version of Saint Valentine's, if you'll remember that. So maybe like a less sweet, a little more spicy, masculine leaning. I don't know. I'm kind of curious. I'll have to kind of see once it gets here. But yeah, this one really interests me out of the new ones. The next one is definitely going on my list for a loaf, y'all. I'm so excited she has this. This is supposed to be a true dupe for the Bath & Body Works candle that was enormously popular last year in the spring. It is espresso and pink lavender. It's pink lavender, espresso beans, and creamy vanilla. As you've seen the candle, it's supposed to be like a caramel espresso note in there, which I definitely get. I've not burned the candle. I only managed to get 2, and they're so pretty. I just have had a hard time just like chopping into them or lighting them. But maybe I'll do that this weekend. Just give it a shot. On cold, it smells amazing, and I'm so excited that she has a dupe. This, for me, I might get 2 or 3 loaves just because I love lavender scents. I really enjoy coffee scents as well. I know that this smells gorgeous from the candle, and I am a sucker for lavender and coffee together. I've loved lavender lattes for years now, and finally seeing something like that in wax form just makes my heart so happy. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with 2 loaves, and then if I really like it once I get it, I might grab more in the RTS. Next up, Fireside S'mores. This is toasted marshmallows, warm graham crackers, whipped vanilla, and Fireside. I think I'm going to pass on this one. Fireside is kind of more creosote leaning of a smoke to my nose than the level of smoke I enjoy in blends. It's just, if this was marshmallow Fireside, I'd probably pick this up, but I think this is just going to be too smoky for me. But I know this is going to be really popular with some people because a lot of people love s'mores and smoky scents. So I'm going to wait and see what people's thoughts are once they get this. If I hear it's not too smoky, I might pick up a little bit in the RTS. Next up, First of Her Name, whipped vanilla, citrus-infused cream, white blossoms, decadent lemon cakes, candied lime, and vanilla sugar. This is a Game of Thrones reference. First of Her Name is Daenerys Targaryen. And personally, I think this scent sounds amazing. I'm not the biggest citrus fan, except for in the summer. I just start craving citrus like crazy. And of the citruses, lemon and lime, I'm not the biggest fan of, especially if they're in bakery. But when they're in more like fresh leaning or fruity blends, I really enjoy them during the summer. What's throwing me here is the lemon cake, so I don't know how bakery leaning this is going to be, but I'm thinking there's going to be some perfumey element just because of the white blossoms, and I don't know how dominant they will be in this scent. So I think I'm going to get a tub because I am really interested in trying this and see how it is. I think for everybody that's like a big citrus lover, this is probably going to be popular. All right, next up is another character from the Viking show, Harold Finer. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm probably butchering it because I haven't watched the show. It's warm chestnuts, smoky woods, and sweet vanilla, which is the replica perfume by the fireplace, and it's combined with cashmere cedar and frosted sugar cookies. By the Fireplace is such a popular perfume. Lots of people love it. I've had it in wax from a few different vendors. I just don't like it. It's not for me. And I hate saying that because I really love chestnut scents, but it's just too heavy of a perfume for me. And cashmere cedar, I've not really tried a lot of blends with cashmere cedar, so this is a maybe pick it up after hearing how people like it for the RTS. Next up is the one that I am the most excited about of the new blends, and it's I Heart Vanilla Pear. This was my blend suggestion, and I did not think it was going to make it on the polls, much less on the list. Thank you so much, everybody that voted for it, and Tiffany for putting it together. I know you're going to make this gorgeous. This is her I Heart Vanilla blend, that boardwalk marshmallow clouds, and combined with sweet pear and sugar nectar. I'm not sure what pear this is going to be. When I was thinking of this combination, I was thinking more of a Bartlett pear, but I'm hoping it's going to be something along those lines. If it's not, I don't see any brandy notes in here, so I don't expect it to be those brandied pear scents that are spiced. I think it's going to be pretty, and pear is not offered very much in wax form, which is a shame because pear is one of my favorite fragrances in wax. I just could melt it all the time, and I just think this is going to be beautiful and kind of bright and sweet for summer and spring, and I probably will enjoy melting it year round because I love these kinds of scents anyways. So yeah, thank you so much. I'm really excited to try this. This is going to be a 2 or 3 loafer for me. I might probably just do 2 and then pick up more in the RTS after smelling the pear, but I'm so excited for this one. Next up is Key Lime Sugar Cookies, and this is her signature sugar cookies. It's sweet sugar, buttery shortbread, buttercream frosting, vanilla, sugar cookie dough blended with tart key limes. I don't really care for lime bakery very much, but I love this sugar cookie blend of her, and I'm willing to give it a chance, so I'm going to get a souffle of this and see how I like it before getting more. Next up is Key West Lime Ice Cream and Cake. So similarly to the one before, I'm just going to get a souffle. I think this is going to be a little bit more complex with the salty sea air in there. It's key lime, vanilla ice cream, toasty graham crackers, a side of rich white cake, and salty sea air. And yeah, I'm very interested in seeing how this one turns out. The combination sounds interesting despite the lime. And I really think both of these 2 scents are going to be very popular because a lot of people love lime blends. And these were some of the ones that got the most votes on the poll. So I hope these turn out great for everyone. And I'm definitely going to give them both a shot and get a souffle. Next up is Lost in the Orange Grove. And this is lemongrass, basil leaf, rosemary, clementines, orange peel, and ambrette. Ambrette is a musky scent. It's kind of a sweet vanilla musk. It's originated from a plant, and back in the old days, they used to use it in perfumery as a option to using animal musk. I'm not sure what exactly the name of the plant is. I can't remember, but I have had it in some perfumey blends. It's not something that I'm like, oh, I know what ambrette smells like, but it's never been like a heavy musk. It's been more of a sweet, pretty perfumey note, and I'm very interested how that's going to play with the rest of the scents. So I think this is going to be very nice, at least to me. I love lemongrass. I love herbal type scents and orange scents, and I think this is going to be bright and fruity and energetic, and probably really good for clearing out like stinky cooking smells in the bathroom, maybe even cleaning days if you are not like a laundry person, but you want something kind of energizing in your home. I feel like that is going to be this scent, and yeah, I am planning on getting a loaf of this to start and then seeing if I want more in the RTS because I think this sounds fabulous to me. Next up is malted marshmallow sugar cookies, sweet dough sugar cookies, browned butter, a pinch of cinnamon sugar, vanilla tonka, malted milk, and roasted marshmallows. What really intrigues me about this is the malted milk. I don't think I've ever had a malted note in wax, and everything else sounds really good. Her sugar cookie scents tend to do well for me in my house. So yeah, I think I'm going to get a tub of this one and see how it smells. That browned butter, the bit of cinnamon sugar, the malted milk, I think it's going to be really rich and maybe more of a dense scent. And yeah, I think this is going to be delicious. Next up is Marshmallow Cake by the Ocean. This is gooey marshmallow peeps, beach treats, vanilla lace, and buttery birthday cake. This sounds like another version of Surfside Sweet Shop to me, but with a lot more marshmallow and the vanilla lace, adding kind of a pretty sweet vanilla note to it that's like a little bit perfumey leaning. I think it sounds great. I am a sucker for her beach treat scents, and so I'm going to get a tub. I hopefully not regret not getting a loaf. All right, pistachio bread pudding. This is toasted pistachios, glazed donuts, hints of cinnamon, cream-soaked bread, brown sugar, and sweet vanilla icing. She has a really good pistachio oil. I feel like finding a nutty pistachio in wax is sometimes hard. A lot of pistachios just smell like almond or cherry. And I've had her pistachio and her pistachio sugar cookie blend, and it was so good. It's kind of a toasty, nutty note, and I think this sounds delicious. I'm assuming, I guess, that it's the same pistachio oil, but I'm not expecting this one to lean cherry. I'm not sure. It's probably a tub, but it might wind up getting knocked down to a souffle, just once I look at my overall list. Next up is Princess Katya. This is another blend named after a Vikings character. It's vanilla birch, beach treats, Moroccan rose, and fireside marshmallows. Of the rose scents, I think this one's the one that I'm most interested in, probably because of the beach treats. But I'm curious about the Moroccan rose. I saw Tiffany say that this was a tree hut rose scent, and I've not smelled that. And I really think that it's not going to be too heavy in here with the birch and the fireside marshmallows and the beach treats. But just to be safe, I think I'm just going to get a souffle in case the rose is too heavy for me. Next up is rustic cashmere cookies. This is rusted pine cones, signature sugar cookies, and cashmere cream. And pine cones has really been like the it girl lately. And I think this would be a great combination. So I might get a tub. I might just get a souffle and get more in the RTS. Those decisions, I just got to see exactly where I'm landing with my budget overall. But it's definitely going on my list to try. Next up is Vanilla Dream. It's vanilla cake pops, a drizzle of vanilla buttercream, angel food cake with a hint of cupcakes at Tiffany's. Oh, the description sounds so good. But I don't know that this is going to be a vanilla scent that'll do well in my house. So I don't know. I think I might skip it and maybe pick up some in the RTS. But I don't think it's going to do well in my house because of the notes in there. So I think I'm going to pass. Next up is Warlord, and it's tonka bean, vanilla oak, spiced praline, notes of cocoa, incense, milky tuberose, and tobacco vanilla. There's some stuff in here that makes it sound really interesting, but the incense and the tobacco are kind of scaring me away from here. I think this is going to be really complex and like a rich scent from the notes, but I also think it's going to be more of a heavy, dense perfume leaning to the cologne side of things, and those kind of scents tend to give me headaches. I can't melt them very often, so even getting the amount in a souffle, I really struggle getting through in my house. So I think I'm going to pass on this one and hear how it is. And if it's not what I'm thinking it is, then I'd maybe pick some up in the RTS. Next up is Water Gardens, and this is notes of green tea, lemons, hints of lime, musk, and salty driftwood. And the first part is Under the Lemon Tree, which is a replica perfume. I've not smelled the actual perfume, but I have had the scent Under the Lemon Tree from some other vendors, and I think it's a great scent. It's definitely a bit of a perfume, but it's not heavy. It's light and kind of vibrant and kind of spa-like at the same time. And with that salty driftwood, I think that's going to be a great combination. I'm probably going to get a loaf of this just because of how appealing it sounds to me. And I know once summertime hits, this is going to be something that I just really enjoy, maybe cutting through some of the muggy feeling on really hot days. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with a loaf and then see if I want more in the RTS, because I suspect this is going to be one I like. Last of the new blends is Witching Hour, and that's midnight jasmine, tonka bean, mahogany, black currant, sweet marshmallows, and soft woods. There's a few notes in here that are kind of scaring me, and I'm not sure how heavy of a perfume this will be. It's probably going to be beautiful and complex and sultry, but I just don't melt a lot of scents like that enough. And I think I'm going to pass on it because I'm not the biggest fan of mahogany. So I think I'm going to skip that one. Next up is the OG bonus list. There's 6 scents on this list, and these have not been offered since 2021 or even older than that. And I have passed on blueberry lemon cheesecake and suncast before, but I don't think I've seen any of the others on a list, at least that I was noticing since I started ordering from Teddy Bees. So these are old scents that a lot of people have loved, and some scents are like there's a lot of excitement for. So I kind of want to try all of them except for one. These are supposed to be a large souffle, approximately 7.5 ounces. There's only one that's the $13.50. That's the Warm and Cozy. Everything else is $12. And yeah, I'm really excited to try these. First up is Beaches. This is warm sand, sea spray, mandarin, jasmine, and lavender. There's a lot of posts in the Facebook group if you want to see how popular this scent is. A lot of people love this one, and it has not been offered, at least since I've been ordering from Teddy Bees. I don't remember seeing it on a list in 2021. So I'm very excited to pick this up. I'm probably going to get 2 of these. It's supposed to be a kind of beachy ocean scent, and I love beachy ocean scents. So I think I'm going to go 2. It sounds amazing, and don't be scared away by the floral. I don't really think this is supposed to be a super floral scent. You know, a lot of water scents and even things like suntan lotion have floral notes in them. If you look at the actual breakdown on what makes a rain scent, it's all florals. So I think this is supposed to be watery, oceany scents with those florals and not a true floral scent, if that makes sense. But yeah, I've never melted it. Very excited for this one. Next up is Sweet Pink Lemon Cookies. This is pink chiffon, frosted lemon cookies, and vanilla sweet cream. I'm iffy on getting this one because I'm not a big lemon bakery fan, and I've only had her pink chiffon in hot pie, and I don't know if it was a combination with the Apollo in that, but it just was not my favorite, so I'm unsure about this one. I might just get one, but I might skip it. I don't know. I really did not go back in the group and search to see how this one is, and I should have. I did that with the rest of these, but I forgot to do that one. This one. So this one I'm on the fence on. I'd like to hear from people who've actually had this one, so if you have, let me know down in the comments how it is. Next up is Cherry Vanilla Biscotti, and that's vanilla bakery dough, shortbread, cherry, and almond. This sounds delicious. I really enjoy cherry vanilla and cherry almond bakery scents. I do have a lot in my collection right now that are those types of scents, though, so I'm on the fence on getting 2 of these. It's probably just going to start out with 1, and if I feel like I've made a lot of progress in those types of scents in my collection, I might pick up more in the RTS. Now, the next one I am really excited to see back. I skipped this. I think it was in 2021. It might be actually the blueberry cheesecake waffles. It was one of the ones, those 2. Anyways, I went back in the group and looked this scent up, and a lot of people love this one. It's blueberry lemon cheesecake. It's creamy cheesecake, blueberries, vanilla buttercream, lemon zest, and sugar cookies. The lemon is just a hint. It's mainly a blueberry and cheesecake scent. And a lot of people who did not like it on cold, but then wound up melting it and fell in love. So if you get this one and you don't like it on cold, give it a chance. Scents change so much once they're warm, and a lot of people judge scents and decide they don't like something or that it's a favorite and they've never even melted it. So melt your wax, y'all, and give this one a chance. If you've ever had her cheesecake oil, you know, oh man, it's so good. To me, it's not sour leaning at all. I think people may have had cheesecake cookies. I think that's a more recent kind of cheesecake blend that she has, which is amazing. I'm so excited for this one to come back, and I love blueberry scents, so I think I'm going to get 3 of these, and I'm hoping some of these scents come back a little bit more regularly because I think this is going to be a love for people who haven't had a chance to try it. Next up is Sunkissed. I think this might be the one that is getting the most love, and I have looked to see what it smells like, but everyone who's had it just talks about how much they love it and how happy they are to see it back, but no one's talking about what it actually smells like. So I have no clue, but I know I have to get it because it's apparently really amazing, and I'm definitely intrigued. So Sunkissed is black coconut, cassis, white blossoms, tonka bean, driftwood, and a hint of lime. I think there's going to be a little bit of a fruity, perfumey, oceany note because of the driftwood. I don't really have any idea what it smells like though. And if you don't know what cassis is, it's a liqueur. I think it's blackcurrant liqueur or blackberry liqueur. So yeah, this sounds really interesting, but I searched even in the posts in the Facebook group, and all I could see were people saying, "Oh, I melted this. I love this. It's so amazing." What does it smell like? If you've melted this, can you put a description? Is it perfumey? Is it fruity? Is it bright and energetic? Like, where's the scent going? Help all of those of us who have not had it, please. So yeah, I'm probably going to get 2 of these just in case I love it. And I have a suspicion that with how amazing it sounds, that it might be a harder one to get a hold of in the RTS. The last scent on the list, y'all, we're getting to the end, is Warm and Cozy, and this is tonka bean, jasmine, patchouli, and vanilla blended with comfort, which is a aromatherapy scent from Bath & Body Works. It's vanilla and patchouli. I'm not going to get this one. I just don't love patchouli enough. I don't mind it if it's in a blend, but when it's like the dominant scent, it's just not really for me. But I think this sounds like it'd be a really pretty kind of perfumey, and it sounds kind of cozy with the tonka bean in there, like it says. So if you've had this one and it's not actually that heavy of patchouli, can you let me know down below? Because it might make it on my list if that's the case. Otherwise, I'm just going to pass on this one. All right, that's the list. I know it's really, really long, and I just appreciate you watching. And if you are excited for some of these scents, or if you have had them, please let me know below. Hope everybody's having fun making their list. I'm so excited to see what everybody picked out. And before we know it, these are going to be shipping and getting to us. The time will pass really fast. So I hope everyone's excited, having a great weekend. Thanks y'all for watching. I'm off to go trim down my list now.